sent me out for groceries.
My name is Don Mastrangelo. I'm a passionate pilot and a serial entrepreneur.
That's all I can do to not just climb right up to Big Bear right now.
I grew up in Tucson, Arizona, and when I was a kid, I always dreamt about flying, not like in an airplane, but just flying kind of like a bird, not like Superman or anything like that. I would dream that I'd be in a crowd of people and I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's so crowded. And I would just jump into the sky and fly over them and fly to wherever I'm going. And I loved it. It was an amazing thing. And so I always wanted that. Early to mid 80s, around 83, 84, planes like this had just become very popular, ultralights. And I saw some articles about them and thought, okay, well, this is what I want to do. It's open, like you're flying, and slow and low. And so I started to pursue that. But I always wanted to fly. I'm an entrepreneur. I've had lots of jobs working for companies, but for the most part, I've started lots of different businesses. That's what an entrepreneur is somebody who starts something from nothing, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but I'm an entrepreneur. I counted recently because somebody asked me to, and I've had 18 businesses. And they vary widely from newspaper publishing, commercial displays, I've had printing businesses, GPS tracking, which is something I did for many years, and many other things I can't even think of right now, but those are a few of the businesses I've been involved in. Flying is my passion. In the beginning, when I was in my mid-20s, I found a way to get an ultralight like this by building a little Myers-Manx type dune buggy, a Volkswagen dune buggy. It cost me about $400. And then I put an ad in the paper and said, dune buggy for sale, $2,000 or trade for ultralight. And somebody actually called me who had an ultralight and was afraid to fly it. From there I went and got my pilot's license, and the way I got my pilot's license was I had started a printing business, and a friend of mine had taken over a flying school, somebody I used to work with, and we traded the printing for the flying lessons, and I was able to get my license in 3 months. Probably wouldn't have been able to do it if it weren't for that business. Good times, bad times, it's been hard because flying is an expensive hobby or pastime. And there were times when I couldn't fly because I didn't have the money. You definitely meet some interesting people out there, right? But you never know what you're going to run into. Like the other day when we flew to Lake Wolford for breakfast, as we're getting out of the airplane and starting to walk down the hill to go to breakfast, there's somebody coming up the hill running with a baseball bat. And so you never really know.
You better run.
So I'm either flying, or if I'm not flying, I'm thinking about flying most of the time. It is my life. Flying, for the most part, is what I think about all the time. And I probably fly now 3 or 4 days out of the week, or at least 3 or 4 times a week. And so it's a tremendous stress reliever for me. It's freedom for me. In fact, my wife will certainly say that if I'm not in a great mood, I probably should go flying. And then my attitude will change. My businesses are located on an airport. I live on an airstrip. I commute back and forth with my airplane. I don't know, I hope that aviation will always be a part of my life, and I hope that I'll have the freedom and ability when I'm older to just hang out at the airport with my flying friends and have a small airplane to fly and continue to just fly all the time. I really hope so.